Have you been dealing with quarantine and everything?
I'm honest, if we're being honest, I'm getting a little bit tired of the house, but I'm coping with it pretty well. I'm using it as a time to, better myself and better my brand. So
Mhm.
it's cool, it's cool.
All right. Do you miss anything about being able to go outside? Like, what do you miss the most?
Uh Being able to go outside, just in general, because now that we're not supposed to, it kind of makes me want to go now, like more than
Right,
ever.
right,
Uh,
right.
that's pretty much it though.
Okay. All right. So without further ado, let me jump into the questions. Just so that you guys know, if you see me looking down, I'm just referring to the questions that I have written into my phone, just in case you guys are wondering what is she looking at. So my very first question for you, well, it's not really a question, but I just want you to tell everyone that's tuned in, tell them about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
So, my name is Daitime. I'm 14 years old and I'm a media correspondent. I'm also the youth editor of Daitime Magazine. Uh, and I'm also a motivational speaker.
Okay. So being such an entertainer and a great roller skater, I've seen you roller skate. I wish I could roller skate like you. But being such an
Thank
amazing
you.
person, you're welcome. What was your childhood like? Like, what was your childhood like growing up? Were you around people who influenced your joy and enjoyment for entertainment? What was that like?
I wasn't really around too many people that were in the industry until I entered the industry myself. But
Hmm.
beforehand, I would just see things. I would see people that were like singers and dancers on like YouTube and stuff. I would like, YouTube used to be my best friend when I was younger. I used to be a believer. Justin Bieber used to be my favorite thing. Yeah, I used to have the toothbrush that sung uh, but my childhood was mainly just like Justin Bieber, YouTube. My mother was heavily involved in my life, and it was ballet, gymnastics, cheerleading, all of the above. Yeah, and I got introduced to skating about the age of 5, and I didn't really start taking it serious until I was like, I want to say about 10.
Okay. All right.
About 10 is when I realized what you could actually do on skates, and that's kind of when I learned how to do most of my tricks.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. And are you self-taught with all like the tricks that you do? Because I've seen a lot of them. They look dangerous.
Um, I'm not self-taught completely. There are a few
Mhm.
things that I did learn by myself after trying and trying. But I did get a bunch of assistance with my Atlanta skate family, who I miss
Okay.
so much because they're not here in California. But
Mhm.
yeah, I learned most of my tricks from my skate family.
So, when you were younger, what was your dream job? Like, what did you want to be when you got older?
When I was younger, I wanted to be everything. I used to just say everything. But
Mhm.
now I want to be a heart and kidney transplant surgeon.
Okay.
Uh, and before I get to college to be a surgeon, I want
Mhm.
to have my own talk show and to continue this.
Okay, that's good. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
My next question for you is, did you ever have like any role models or influencers when you were younger that you looked up to or that you wanted to be?
Uh, I'm not sure. When I was younger, I kind of just looked at everything that everybody did, and that was kind of how I developed myself as a
Okay.
character. I would take things that other people did, not take them, but I would see what other people would do, and
Right,
I would
right.
kind of mash it all together, and that's kind of how I created myself, and that's also how I created my lane. I'm not
Mhm.
really sure where the first interview that I saw, but when I was younger, I had this obsession of like video recording, and I would make my mom like record me as I talked to like different objects in the house. So I'm not really like sure my first interaction of seeing an actual interview, but it's kind of just
Mhm.
always been in my like heart here.
Okay, so it's always just been something you like enjoyed.
Yeah, I was always curious as a kid, and I just asked the questions that came to mind, and that's kind of how interviewing came into the thought of my head.
Mhm.